What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. Your boy Junior coming at you live out of the south side of Atlanta. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, you know what I'm saying, based off the title, you already know what we're about to get into, man. So, yes, finally, yes, man, us as trainees at basic training, we are finally, we're ready to enter white phase of basic training, right? We were just us as trainees, we were just like ready to we was done with the smoke sessions. And in case y'all don't know what getting smoked is, that's basically getting punished for not doing the right thing at basic training. Anything could be like not doing the right thing. So basically, if you're late to formation or late to the platoon line, you can get smoked for that. You talk back to a drill sergeant, you get smoked for that. If you disrespecting each other, like as far as trainees, you get smoked for that. You understand what I'm saying? So we were assuming that white phase is gonna be better. Hell no. So everybody, like, we're heading, closer, like toward the end of red phase. Everybody's like, yeah, we can't wait. Like, we knew, like, one of these weeks, we're in like week 3, I believe, going into week 4. Like, week 4 was like the first week, allegedly, of white phase, right? So we're anticipating this in the morning time, right? So we up in the morning slash like early afternoon, and we're out in like the field outside the company. So on the CTA line, you literally got, every platoon has flags up. Every platoon has flags. The flags are different colors. You got red flag, white flag, and a blue flag for each phase of basic training. So we're on the CTA line, and it's supposed to be like white phase is coming up. And I remember I'm looking up at the flags. I'm like, I told a buddy of mine, I'm like, bro, I'm noticing these flags ain't changed. Like, he's like, yeah, because drill sergeants told us that we still in red phase. I'm like, bro, like, cause like red phase is just smoke session on smoke session on smoke session on smoke session, right? As far as like any little thing, any tiny little thing could, like, you know, you don't even, if you pivot the wrong way, that's like 10 to 20 push-ups right there. You know what I'm saying? And they can smoke you for however long they feel like they want to smoke you. You understand what I'm saying? Smoke just means discipline, or you just doing exercises. They like to do something called run into the tree. So basically, that's another form of getting smoked. They used to say hazed back in the day, but we say smoked, whatever. So we literally, I remember there's been times to where we mess up on the CTA line for, like, talking information or not dress right, doing this, whatever, like that. Drill sergeant, was like, drill sergeant was like, oh, y'all don't got no fucking discipline. No goddamn discipline. Run to the goddamn tree. I was like, whoa. Okay, so we all run into the tree, and then as we're running, all you hear is, oh, why do I see y'all fucking walking? Why do I see y'all walking? Y'all better not be fucking walking. Run to the goddamn tree. So, mind you, this tree or trees, every platoon got their own particular tree that they have to run to. So, all these trees at the top of this hill, and it's in the grass. So we had is a little streetway before you get to the hill. So we're running through the street, and then there's the pit that we exercise on. The pit that we exercise on has a square, the square, like, panel that the drill sergeant stand on. So in the morning time, we do our exercise. The drill sergeant stand on that, and then that's when everybody, all the trainees from every platoon, is around this panel doing our exercise in the morning. So we're running past that, and then running past the street to get over this hill. So I'm over here like, bro, like, in my head, I'm like, bro, I can't wait till we get to white phase, because there was a myth, right? There was a myth to where it was, once you get the white phase, like the drill sergeants kind of like back off a little bit as far as like the yelling and all that. Like as soon as if you are like individually doing something wrong, they smoke that individual. But it wasn't like that, right? So we we run into the street, we come back, we out of breath and all that, and they say once we come back, everybody's sweating and all that stuff, and then there's like, okay, drink water, and then we're the saying we say is beat the heat, drill sergeant, beat the heat, and then after you got a few sips of water out your camel bag, now it's like it's like uh it's like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, all the way to 09, 08, all the way to 1, right? And then you gotta literally put your cap back on your the mouth part of the little holes, and then your camel bag is already on your back already. And then after that, when you get to 1, it's after it's like 5, 4, 0, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 1. Now you got to say lock it up, battle buddy, lock it up. And so red phase was like, I remember this particular day when our platoon literally got out of white phase. Our platoon were the only, second platoon was the only platoon out of white phase for about 2 or 3 days. So literally I remember like before that, we literally we were at Fit to Win. I never talked about that. That's gonna be on the next video though. So we literally, I remember we came back from like lunch chow or something like that, right? It was like right around noon, between 12 to like 1:30 ish. So we're the only platoon. I remember I think it was like the staff sergeant or the first sergeant that came out from the little office that they go in, right? So I remember drill sergeant was right there. All of us, first, second, third, or fourth platoon, everybody had to come on the CTA line. This is a normal day for us. A normal day. Every day we always doing this, right? So we're on the CTA line and they're asking every platoon, are they ready to switch over to white phase? First platoon, the drill sergeant turned around and was like, sir, this she said second platoon is not ready to transfer over. I was like, wow. So they got to us, second platoon, and I was the guide arm. So I remember my drill sergeant asked me, was like, Junior, do you know how to do guide arm? I was like, yes, I did ROCC for 4 years, whatever. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to do guide arm or whatever like that. Mind you, we get streamers at basic training. Streamers are they're not mandatory, but they do look good, right? So every event we was undefeated. Second platoon was undefeated when it came to streamers for like the first like month. Second platoon at Charlie Company was undefeated, right? So I was guide arm. So what I had to do was the guide arm was holding the flag up. It didn't have to bring it down like this, right? So I was just like, when we went to white phase, everybody was like happy. Like that was like, in my opinion, out of the whole basic like white phase, the day we went into white phase, that was the most memorable moment I've had. I was just like, wow, like we really made it to white phase. Like, and we were the only ones. I was like, yo. So I got the guide on, I got the flag, right? And they said second platoon, before I did the flag thing, um the first sergeant was like, second platoon, are you guys ready to transfer over into white phase? My drill sergeant, he did a half left phase, and then he was like, second platoon is ready to transfer over sir, first sergeant. Yeah, second platoon is ready to transfer over first sergeant. And then first sergeant dropped his salute. My drill sergeant dropped his, and then went back to a half right phase. So I personally see them. My other drill sergeant, he takes the ribbons off the flag from red, and there's a white flag under the red one, and then it starts to like, I see the flag like the cloth drop into a flag. I was like, wow, like we're really, bro. My heart was pumping so fast, like, and after that, this is the part I like. I wasn't able to like the rest of the trainees was in the back of me. And I actually got a real good bond with them. They became real cool friends, whatever, like that. But when we were celebrating, it was like this. So we're in the platoon line still, and we're the only one at the time. We're the only ones that transferred to white phase. And then now the drill sergeant is starting to say behind us as celebratory. He was like, left, yo, left, hey, left, right, your left, you got it, left, yo, left, hey, left, right, your left, you got it, left, right, your left. Drill sergeant getting busy 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. I wanna blow shit up. And then after that, so they marching in place, and I'm not marching because I'm the guide on, and they're doing it behind me, and I remember drill sergeant was like, I don't know why I left. I don't know why I left. Everybody's marching in place like this. And it was like, I don't know why I left. I don't know why I left. But I left on my own. But I left on my own. And it won't be long. And it won't be long. And then everybody says, hey. Once drill sergeant says, till I get on back home. And then I was like, wow, like this is so surreal to me. Like this is really happening. Like it's bro, it was crazy. So after that, and then the saying goes, it's like I used to eat at Mickey D's, now I'm eating MREs, and it won't be long, till I get on back home. And then that's when he started when like they was done with the whole chant, whatever. I'm still have the guard on like that, and I kind of like lift it up and put it down, and then go to attention. The other drill sergeant, the one that transferred the flag over to white, like we're in white phase now. He took the flag from me, and then he was like, "Y'all know what your reward is now?" He was like, "Y'all reward is going to the damn tree. Go to the goddamn tree." We was like, Triple AO drill sergeant, moving drill sergeant. Bro, almost instantaneously, everybody in second platoon, including me, we ran so fast. We was like, we made it. We running up this hill so damn fast, bro. We was screaming like, yo, we made it. We made it. Bro, that shit was crazy. So, bro, after that, we had to like, after like a couple seconds when we got back down the hill, we had to like calm down or whatever like that. And all the other platoons is looking at us like, bro, I don't know why, but every platoon hated on second platoon. Ooh, that shit was weird. I remember my drill sergeant said this. When we were in basic, it's like he said every cycle was like that. He always, quote unquote, he told us this when we was talking to him in the bay, when we like had time to talk and chill, whatever like that. Drill sergeant told us that he always has the baby kids, like the kids that just act. I wouldn't say act up, but it's just he's always dealing with the baby kids, whatever like that. He always deals with the rough heads. You know what I'm saying? The kid, like, you know what I'm saying, like basically like, okay, in our platoon, we like my homeboy would say, our platoon was the only platoon that's POC, people of color, and majority of us are either black or Hispanic. The majority. It was a very few whites in our bay or in our platoon. There were literally our whole platoon was either black or Hispanic. We were the only platoon that was like that. Everybody else had like a few blacks, and like majority of the platoon was white. And I was like, damn. I remember my homeboy said that shit. He was like, bro, I feel like we get hated on because we are the only platoon with the most black and Hispanics. Everybody else is either a far few blacks or little to no blacks, and everybody else is white. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's a good point. That is a real good point. So it's like, and then all of us come from like very, you know, urban backgrounds or whatever like that. You understand what I'm saying? So um we got second platoon got hated on a lot. Now, mind you, the same day of white phase, this is the first day we transferred to white phase. The first day we transferred over. So literally, it's been like about 2 hours. Me and a friend of mine, or me and the bunkmate, bro, we had to toe the line one day, right? The same day. We had to toe the line. And in red phase, we all like this, waiting for the drill instructor to come. We all like this. And like everybody's like quiet. Either we're at attention or we're at parade rest, like this. Right? But now that we are like 2 hours into white phase, everybody's talking to one another. Everybody's like chatting and like kind of clicked up. That's how it became. Like when we got into white phase, it's like it was already starting to become that, but it was getting more click-ish, if that makes sense. Like including me, like me and me and my two friends of mine who I'm still cool with. Um, it was two other people that was from New York, like myself. My other homeboys from the Bronx, and the other dude and they both like 6'5". So one's from the Bronx and one is from Brooklyn, and all three of us is from New York. So it's like, um, I remember drill sergeant. I asked him one day when we was towing the line. A little side note. We was towing the line one day, and he was like, "I'm gonna have to look out for Junior, such and such and such and such." I was like, we're literally we're at parade rest. This is total line, mind you. They taller than me, so I'm looking up. I'm like, bro, why did he just single us out like that? I was like, why did he just single us out? And he looked down. He was like, because all three of us is from New York. He must not. You know what I'm saying? He think we all cocky and all that stuff. I was like, drill sergeant, my hands behind my back. We had parade rest on total line. I'm like, drill sergeant, let me ask you a question. I'm like, what do you got against people from New York? He's like, I don't got nothing against y'all. Is y'all too damn cocky? I'm like, you sure about that? Like, we don't feel like we cocky, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just confidence, whatever, like that. He's like, I have a friend, a close friend from Harlem, and he cocky as hell. He's like, they always butt heads. So I was just like, well, damn. So going back to like fast forward, you know what I'm saying? I was like, we're at total line during white phase. The first 2 hours into white phase, bro, dudes is over here clicking up with each other and talking and being like, I wouldn't say disrespectful, but dudes is just over here talking on the side and all that, and then you got other people over here talking. I'm like, bro, we never did this when we was in red phase. Like, we was like squared away in red phase. Just because we in white phase and kind of lax with it now people want to talk and all that. So I was like, literally, me and my bunkmate, they was like the bay boss, whatever. He I'm kind of like dozing off to sleep. I'm tired. And then the dude that's like, he's low key dozing off a little bit. Like, we're tired. We had a long day. Like, all we did was get like smoked for the most part, besides lunch chow. So we're literally we're in our bunks, and literally dude Bay Boss told us to get up, it's time to toe the line. So as I'm seeing people talking with one another and all that, I'm talking about they're being kind of loud. I'm like, bro, I finally said something because I'm just like kind of waking up. And then as soon as I started talking, everybody got quiet. I was like, bro, I just woke up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. if I'm being honest, we didn't do any of this talking in red phase. We were squared away. We were standing at attention or parade rest while the drill sergeant, we was waiting on the drill sergeant to come in. But now y'all over here talking amongst yourselves on over here, and then y'all talking amongst yourselves over here. We never did that in red phase. And if I'm being completely honest, it's funny because this is a phrase they started using, right? I was like, if I'm being completely honest, we don't deserve to be in white phase. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. We don't deserve to be in white phase. Man, when I said that, I mean they respected my opinion, whatever like that. They respected it. They didn't say nothing about it. As a matter of fact, we had group meetings about what we could do to make our platoon better. Because at that point, we were still undefeated with a lot of stuff. We were still undefeated. The best scores, the best everything. Everything was the best. We had 50 win. We won that. ACFT score. We got the highest out of every platoon. Nobody at that point had streamers besides us. And we wanted to keep that momentum going. And it was to the point where you had it wasn't just us, our platoon in the bay. We was sharing our bay with another platoon. I think it was third, I believe. So we're second platoon sharing. I'm talking about the men, the guys, whatever. Obviously, because women separate. I mean, male and female trainees we train together, but we're in separate bays, obviously. So I was just like, it was certain people in there, certain trainees that wanted to come to second platoon, male or female. Facts. I was just like, wow. Like every other day, it was to the point where our drill sergeant was recommending if you didn't want to be a part of second platoon, you could easily go to another platoon. Cause I remember in the beginning, that's how disrespectful people was toward each other. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, wow, like he was being dead serious. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. He said, if I hear anything, this is like in the beginning during red phase, right? He said, if I hear anything that y'all say toward each other that's disrespectful, I'm switching y'all. That's why the meetings got started. That's exactly why the meetings got started that we started doing in the bay. Like during a certain time after total line, we had a meeting on how we can make it better as far as like people, us like coming together inside the bay, like not disrespecting one another and things of that nature. But as far as like when we got in the white phase, we it was a little bit more relaxed. I remember my drill sergeant told us that he didn't want to smoke us, right? He just said do what you're supposed to do, and I don't have to yell at y'all. Y'all grown, right? Bro, majority of us are like 25 plus years old. Majority of us are over the age of 25. Some of us are over. Some of us are even in my homeboy, my friend, the one that's from the Bronx. He's 32 or 33. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing wrong with joining the military later on in life. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm starting to see that a lot more people later on in life are starting to join military life. You know what I'm saying? And people trying to go to school. That's what I'm trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I am going to be doing whatever. So people, you know, they just have their reasons of joining the military. There's nothing wrong with that. So while we were in white phase, you got people that is older, like you got people that have goals like myself that is obtainable. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I learned about the military, the one thing I learned about basic training, have realistic goals. That we're gonna jump slightly off topic a little bit. The one thing I've learned when I was at basic training, have realistic goals. Don't overspend your money. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I know all this sounds cliche and simple, but for real. What else? One thing I learned when I was in training, it's like You want to, we learned about health, fitness. We learned a lot about finance. You would be surprised who got money in the military, in the army, because they don't boast about it. Like, all this fake Instagram stuff going on, bro. This people that's second lieutenant. I'm talking about like potential millionaires in the army because they know how to budget their money. Like, I had my drill sergeant. He was into stocks and real estate, but he's still doing drill sergeant work. And he told us that he made off of an investment. He made a quarter million off of one investment, one house. So we learned a lot about finance. Uh, when I was in there, we learned a lot about diet and nutrition, about what foods to eat, what foods not to eat, about carbs, what foods, what basically a healthy balanced nutrition. You know what I'm saying, we learned about a lot about that. You got a lot of people in there that does culinary arts, deals with food, but you learn a lot about discipline, like a lot about, just it's a little, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's just like when you get back to the civilian life, right? It feels weird being back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you learn a lot about teamwork and just hustle. You learn a lot about like I said, the main thing is like finance, how to take direction, what to put in your body and have discipline on a lot of levels. Like, I don't need that, I can bypass that later. Like, or like what situations to get into and be smart enough to like leave a situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that you learn. So, it was a good experience. It was a good experience. Like, um, you learn a lot about the proper uniform. And a lot of drill sergeants was like, take pride in how you look. And we learned a lot of history about the army way of life, why it is how it is. A lot of stuff makes sense now that I'm out in the civilian world, whatever. A lot of stuff does make sense, and everything has a purpose, right? Everything has a purpose, and a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff can help you. I'm gonna say that a lot of stuff can definitely. I recommend military for anybody who wants to go in. Anybody. I know this is off topic a little bit, but I recommend the military. I don't care what branch you go into, but I recommend the military for anybody who doesn't have direction, so to speak. If you are goal driven, that's what, like, if you were lacking something in life, I recommend you like either out of high school, or if you feel like you're just at a dead end, even if you do have a nice job, whatever like that, you just feel like you just in loops, whatever. I feel like you should go into the military for real, because it gives you structure. It gives you structure. It gives you direction. It gives you purpose. You find your purpose in there. People get married in there. Like, people meet the person that they fall in love with because they went to basic training with their spouse or whatever, and they went through hell and back with that same person in basic, and then they still keep up with them outside of you know basic training in AIT and whatever like that, and then they catch it back up in the civilian world and they want to get married. Stuff happens like that. So you meet a lot of camaraderie. Well, you have a lot of camaraderie. You meet a lot of good people in there. You understand what I'm saying? Whether if it's male or female. I met some people that is like, you know, ride or die for you. Like, you just met this person as a stranger. 10 weeks later, they your best friend. They like your brother or your sister, and they will die for you. For real. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the camaraderie that you have when you go in there. Like, you don't, in my opinion, you can't really get that type of bond nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of bond is just like, it's benefits of being in the military, man. It's like it's beneficial. They take care of you. They really do. You understand? It's like they understand you a lot more. Like, you pour into them, but they pour back into you. You understand? They really legit care about your situation. They got a lot of therapy in there. Like, if you feeling like they got a lot of services, and I can't even go through every last one of the, like, they everything that you could possibly think of. Like, not like, let's take the benefits away. Everything that you could possibly think of in the military, they have for you, whether it's health, mental or physical, um religious services, counseling, financial issues, anything that you can think of, they have it. Guaranteed. You understand? So, you know, go going back around to the original topic about, white phase. White phase is this is probably going to be a part 1 on white phase. Just and this is entering white phase. The first day of white phase, really. First 2 hours. That's funny, man. But yeah, man, like this is probably gonna be it's gonna be like a part 2 to this. Pretty much Whiteface deal with weapons cleaning, your M4, the weapons range. Like that's gonna be my part 2. The weapons range is like we're in Whiteface for about three weeks. The weapons range was fun, and it's like it's just you just you got some females that can shoot. Like, I'm gonna get into that the next video. But I do appreciate y'all staying, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all being here, learning about the first day, first few hours of white phase, how these trainees don't know how to act. But yeah, man, this your boy Junior coming at you live. You already know where we are. You already know where we at, man. So yeah, part 2 of this video, and I would definitely be talking about, how it is in white phase. So y'all stay tuned, be blessed, stay highly motivated. You know what I mean? You are not alone. If you're going through anything, you are not alone. So yeah, man, get the help that you need, man. Stay blessed and highly motivated. You understand? And I am signing out. Appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. 1.